Hello there, Taurus. So this is your collective love reading. It's going to take you from mid-May up until mid-June. Guys, remember it is collective, so it's not going to fit for all of you. I'm sure you know you're all on different timelines. So some of you it'll be a predictive reading. Others of you, you'll identify with it now. Others of you will be way past this point. It's just down to you to try and engage. Spirit's putting it out there as well straight away about you checking out that North Node sign. That's about your karmic path. If you go over to, I think the best site is Cafe Astrology. Put your details into there. If you're not sure what time you were born, just put in 12 o'clock and go down to your North Node sign. It's the sign that looks like the little set of headphones, and it'll tell you where that axis was placed when you were born. If you go and listen to that reading, you may gain more from that reading than what you will do your sun sign reading. One final shuffle and then we will delve deeper. Okay, so what is Taurus's current energy? Oh my God, did you see that there? I'm sure you did. Two of Wands, that's in reverse. And your party's energy, that flung itself out as well. Three of Wands in the upright. Just putting it out there, your reading wasn't yet. It was actually Capricorn's reading. That was the last reading I uploaded. That was yesterday. And there was another 3 readings before yours. But there's an energy of urgency and needing for you to move on. And Spirit is wanting me to come in and nudge you now. I don't feel this urgency is your energy as such. I feel it's the message Spirit is trying to put out there to you, because you're being overcautious or too critical of moving forward. It's as if you're moving forward coming from a place of fear. I feel that's why the Two of Wands is in reverse. It's not that you haven't got a choice, it's that you're preventing yourself from having a choice. You're not looking for opportunities that are available to you to move on. There's a wanting to stay in, I'm getting like a 8 of Swords energy, a withdrawn, wanting to hold yourself there, overanalyzing a situation, or wondering of why. There's a lack of understanding, but I feel it's because of something that's happened to you from the external. It's something somebody's done to you and you can't understand why they've done it or why they did it. And the only person that can give you the answer is them. And it's not anything personal towards you. They would have done it to, or may have done it to, other people in the past, and it'll still continue that behaviour moving forward. But you're making it about you, thinking that it's you that's flawed, and that's why they treated you like that. When it isn't, they treat everyone else like that. It's just that you're unaware of it. What's the situation between both of you at the moment then? 6 of Swords in the upright. Aquarius energy. How do they view you at the moment? So how does your party view you? 6 of Cups. Possible soulmate. Or they feel fondly towards you. Well, that's how it's coming through. What are their fears, anxieties or concerns moving forward with regard to the connection, whether you're involved with each other or not? 5 of Wands. Awkwardness. What are they not revealing to you at the moment? So what is it that they're not airing or they're not showing you? 7 of Swords. There's lack of honesty here somewhere. There's something they're trying to make progress with. Or there's something they're avoiding discussing with you. They're thinking they can bypass it. What's the plan of action when it comes to you and moving the relationship forward? Use the word relationship, however it fits between yourselves. 7 of Pentacles. That wanted to throw itself out at the beginning as well, and I popped it back in. And then guidance from Spirit, which is the 2 of Pentacles. You've got quite a lot of energy coming in here that was coming through in Capricorn's reading yesterday, and I'm wondering if this is why Spirit is getting me to do your reading following on from that reading. Bear with me a second, guys. I will just neaten these cards up for you. There's a wanting to revisit a connection or get involved with you, but they know patience is required. with that Seven of Pentacles. They know they're really going to have to think this one through. It's not going to be as easy as looking for an opportunity with you and swooping in and telling you how they feel. There's something I'm hearing they're needing to teeter around at the moment. I feel this is either down to because this person has hurt you in the past, or you've been hurt in the past. Some of you may have known your party for some time, maybe from a child. Possibly a strong bond there already, and you're unsure whether to take it from friendship level up to a romantic level. But there's a fear that the friendship is going to be compromised if it doesn't quite go to plan. Your current energy though, this Two of Wands, it's in reverse. I'm getting the resistance, as I said, that has absolutely flung itself out there. Justice card and the Ace of Swords. I'll pop those back in. I'm not going to take those yet. But Spirit is trying to get you to go with the flow here, to try and balance things out and ground yourself. Well, let's see where we can go with this. What can you give me on Taurus's energy, please, Spirit? What can you give me on Taurus's energy with love, with regards to this Two of Wands, Eight of Cups? And what can you give me on their party's current energy coming into the reading with this Three of Wands that's in the upright? The Empress, Taurus energy. Okay. For yourselves, Taurus, this is how am I going to move forward? It may be that you're not seeing opportunities in front of you, or you feel you can't make a decision because there is something you're holding on to from the past that's preventing this movement forward. Why is this like a movement forward, please, Spirit? What have we got with this Two of Wands? It's in reverse, and the Eight of Cups, the Tower, Scorpio energy. For some of you, this is taking you back to your recent past. I feel this Two of Wands is when we was in Pisces season and you wasn't able to move forward for whatever reason that was. There was a wanting to move forward, but you couldn't quite make a decision or work out how you would do it. And this Tower moment, yeah, it is ruled by Mars, but it can also be the Pluto retrograde that went ahead on the 30th of April. And it's about going into those deep emotions, opening the box back up again where we thought we brought closure to it, and going deep, deep. Because now we've got confidence in ourselves that we can manage it. We've already given ourselves the test run before. And now we're revisiting it and going that little bit further, but reassuring ourselves along the way that we'll be okay. And I feel this is what that is. And your party, the energy that they're in is looking for an opportunity with this Empress, which is your energy. Or this can be them who has been working on themselves spiritually, and they themselves have now come into alignment. Let me just pop those cards up at the back for you. I'm getting that your party's recognising the level of stress that's being on your side, and it's making them stressed as well because they can't seem to find an avenue or a way in. And hearing to propose or to put out there their feelings or this mindset or way of thinking that they want to put out there to you at the moment. But they know it's going to take time, especially with that Empress energy, mainly being Taurus energy. It can be Taurus, Libra, but I feel like she's strongly within their energy. If not, as I said, I feel it's them who's been working on themselves spiritually, and this is the universe now coming in to reward them. They're coming into alignment. But there's an opportunity that they're waiting to come in here. Strong, clear guidance. What can you give me on this Empress, please, Spirit? Strong, clear guidance. Five of Swords. the Moon card as well. That's at the bottom of the deck. That's the foundation of the reading. Some of you, I feel, have been part of a third-party connection. You've wanted more. And somebody's found something out. And it's caused your party, even though they want to continue with the connection, to reveal to you what's happening at their end. And it's cranked the stress levels up. And you've gone into a meltdown because of the amount of responsibility that's being put onto you. Some of you don't even know that your party has been involved with somebody else at the same time. May even be that there's a child on the way. Because at the bottom of the deck here, we've got the Nine of Swords. Completely unexpected. That's what I'm getting with that Tower moment. What can you give me, please, Spirit, with this? Oh, I can't take all of those. My goodness. There's all sorts here. What can you give me, please, Spirit, on this Six of Swords? Of what the situation is between Taurus and their party at the moment. What have you got with this Six of Swords? Ten of Swords. That popped itself out as well when all those cards went everywhere. And again, Seven of Swords. Duplicate cards. Ace of Swords. Okay, let's try and ground this here. Spirit showing that Moon energy to me again. I am sensing the withdrawal, but I'm sensing deep thought with that as well, and suspicion, because it's about not knowing everything that's going on because you can't quite see it. You're not aware of everything that is around you or what's going on around you. I feel you've been wanting to move forward with a connection and it's been abruptly brought to an end. You're completely clueless as to why. And when you've started to delve a little bit, or somebody's crept in, somebody has brought something about your relationship or what you was involved in into your awareness and made it clear with this Ace of Swords energy. And this is why you've had this Tower moment, because you've also been wondering why the relationship hasn't been going any further, or when you give somebody an option, they don't take it and you want to progress with this Eight of Cups energy, and then the Tower moments come in. For others of you, you've wanted to move forward in a third-party connection and it's been brought to an end because you found something out about the connection that they're already in. And this Ace of Swords can be about finality. There's something that's been brought into your awareness here, and I don't feel it's from your party. I don't feel it's about them being honest. This is the first download I'm getting through at the moment. I feel you've been given the heads up from somebody else. There's a strong Aries as well coming into this reading. Strong Aries vibe. What can you give me, please, Spirit, on how they view Taurus at the moment with this Six of Cups energy? The Lovers. Eight of Swords. Three of Swords. So much Swords energy within this reading. So much thinking that needs to take place, I feel, for this connection to come together. And that's why I feel it's hidden. Because it has to be calculated. It's not as straightforward as a couple that would be out there, would be an official couple. There's secrecy here and a lot of thought is needing to be put into stuff because of the stress levels as well. Taurus, you're enthusiastic about moving forward. You've put it out there, may even be you, about something more committed, something more committal. And it's sent their stress levels through the roof because there's something they're keeping quiet or someone they're keeping quiet. There's a vibe of mystery here, hidden. I'm getting the High Priestess being shown to me clairvoyantly. We've seen the Moon card, and I'm also getting the Four of Pentacles as well. I'm not quite revealing everything. The Pentacles can be about finances, but it's whatever the finances is being spent on. It may need to be kept out of your view, out of your awareness. Pentacles as well can also represent time. That your party isn't willing to part with their time because there's something else that's within the equation here that if you was to move forward, they would have to reveal to you, but there's a lack of wanting to part with money, time, assets, something. They view you as seeing this connection as a soulmate connection, that you've been divinely guided. But what's upsetting them is that they're trapped. And it can either be because they're having to revisit stuff from the past that they've tried to get away from. So it can be their shadow side, stuff that they don't want to reveal. And it's being highlighted to them now because of this Pluto retrograde. The stuff that they've tried to skim over, the issues that have been there, they've dealt with them to a certain point, put them away thinking they've gone as far as they can go and they're happy with the place that they've reached. But what this retrograde has done is brought them back into their awareness and wanted to fill them with confidence to say you can go even deeper, and they simply can't go there. I'm hearing hindrance from the past that's caught up with them. May even be trauma, but they can't move forward first until they've dealt with that, because they won't be able to give the relationship or you what it needs. I know the typical cards aren't here for a twin flame connection, but I do feel for some of you, this is what it is. There's a feeling for them that they don't want to be involved with you, but they know the intensity of the relationship. But part of the problem is with the twin flame connection is that you've triggered within them stuff that they are having to deal with. There's a reflection back to them of stuff they need to come to terms with, and that's the reason they're trying to avoid you at the moment. The story's done a spin here. So I'm not quite sure the circumstances on how you've got together. I mean, this isn't going to fit for all of you. But whilst they see you as a soulmate and wanting to come together, they're holding back because I'm hearing dark night of the soul. That's what they're going through. And this is why this Seven of Swords is there, and it's down there as well, because this is the avoidance within their thoughts, the control. They're trying to remain in control of their thoughts, but there's issues here in the background of what they've not been dealing with, and they can't escape it now because they know to be able to get to you, they can do. But what's always going to be triggered within them and reflected back to them is stuff from the past that they're trying to sideline or bury, that they're now having to deal with. The next two cards, Eight of Pentacles, Ace of Wands. I'm putting them there. Right, okay. I feel this is a twin flame connection. I'm not sure if I've already said it. I feel some of you are connecting telepathically, or at least one of you is trying to connect with the other one telepathically. They view you in the past as wanting to be with them, or you're both discussing that this connection between the both of you, even though I feel you're at different stages within an awakening, within this twin flame process, One of you, and I feel it's you, Taurus, is definitely further along this spiritual process than what they are, and it's thrown them. They've had their own stuff going on, and you coming in and telling them, bringing feelings now into it, it's thrown them. You may have been in a connection at the time, or have been involved heavily with something at the time, and you've told them about this plan of action because you're simply not happy with the situation or the place that you're at. But they don't want to be the one held responsible for you leaving if you've said to your party, I'm willing to leave for you, you just need to give me the go ahead. And that's caused them to back off. That's given them the frighteners. And that's why the Empress is up there at the back and the Five of Swords, because whilst they see you as a divine feminine, there's also an overwhelm of responsibility and stress that's been put onto them as well, because they've either emotionally not been in the right place because of what they've been having to deal with, or within the tangible. But they didn't want to be the one to be responsible for you leaving. I feel they're viewing you or wanting you to leave off your own back, and you're not budging. And they're now trying to connect with you telepathically to get you to make the move or contact them at least. You may even be getting downloads over this. I feel you are. Spirits have shown me the Hangman card, more Pisces energy. What can you give me on this Seven of Swords, please, Spirit? What can you give me on this Seven of Swords of what they're not revealing? Two Pentacles again. They didn't tell you the full story, that they were overwhelmed. It may have been what you would have come with, what was part of the connection. Dependence. Queen of Swords. And there we've got it again. The Moon. Something made them really emotional here. This Queen of Swords may even be your energy. I'm hearing ultimatum. And what they're not revealing to you is when you made it clear to them in that Queen of Swords energy, it made them depressed, it made them go within, it made them deal with that shadow side. What have we got with this Queen of Swords and Moon energy, please, Spirit? Ten of Wands. Because the connection was dropped. There was something they wanted to continue. And I feel this is where you went absent. You've gone absent and withdrawn somewhere because you wanted to make progress. And this is why the Six of Swords is over there and the Ten of Wands. And they keep looking back in this Seven of Swords energy. They can't seem to get over it. They're making progress, but at the back of the mind, you're there. But it's all those emotions that have been triggered that you've mirrored back to each other as well. Since the connection has come together, there's realization of how deep this connection has actually gone. Or was. Some of you may even be looking into sacred geometry. But there's intentions being put out to the universe, trying to draw both of you together. And Spirit's doing it as well, because this is a divine connection. But what they want to make clear to you is how emotional they got when the connection was dropped. My God, that card flung itself out. There we've got it again. Three of Wands. Again, Six of Swords. Again, Six of Cups. Your party, I feel, is keeping themselves in a logical way of thinking. A King of Swords energy. Looking for tasks. aiming for them, they're moving on to the next one. There's an avoidance of emotions here because I'm hearing devil energy. So maybe that there's a devil involved in the mix, or the devil is something toxic that they're involved with or was involved with, or may even be their shadow side that causes them to obsess, whatever that represents for them. Well, that's why they're keeping themselves in, or did try to keep themselves in that swords way of thinking, in that logical way of thinking. And since meeting you, you've taken them to a level that they've never been to before. And you've made them step out of the box. But what's also making it awkward, or the fear is that they're looking for the opportunity with you to move forward, but they're also looking back of what they had when they was with you, because they just don't know whether they're going to get that chance again, because they see you as moving on and dropping that Ten of Swords energy. And whilst they're trying to move on, their mind is still in the past with that Two of Swords, and they're recognising now the emotion that was there. The Two of Swords that this gentleman is leaving behind as he's running away with the Five. That's that Six of Cups. There was something there that was in the past, and that's what you brought into their awareness, but they didn't want to go there. Logic and passion, it's safe for them, but not emotion. And this is because, as I said, spiritually, you've taken them to a place that is unfamiliar, and it worries them, and there's no avoiding it now because they've evolved. They've pushed the boundary of where they can go to emotionally, but they're not quite equipped yet. And I feel this is where this Pluto retrograde energy is coming in, because what they haven't dealt with in the past, that energy is making them revisit it again. Yeah, if they have dealt with it, but taking them even deeper. And this is where they are here as well. But their concern is if you do make progress, there's always going to be reference back to the past. It may be that the both of you got together and it wasn't the most honest connection, shall we say. It may have been third party. So if you do come together as a couple, there's always that undercurrent of whether you can actually trust each other. And is it going to impact you both moving forward? And this is their concern. Is it worthwhile pursuing this relationship or not? But there's something here that keeps being brought up, or is of concern that will keep being brought up. And this is what's in their awareness with this Six of Cups, that it's going to be challenging, or the potential is there for it to be challenging. What can you give me on this Seven of Pentacles, please, Spirit, of what their plan of action is when it comes to moving forward? Nine of Wands. Two of Cups. And there's that Two of Wands. There's two twos there, Two of Cups, Two of Wands. So that's about duality, bringing things into balance. And I feel that's what they're prioritising at the moment. They're not going to try and get to the place that you want to at this moment in time. They want to go there. That's where they're seen as the happy ever after. But they're also holding themselves back because they know there's patience that's required because of Mither that's going to come with it. And this Nine of Wands is whatever it is that's going on here. There's a needing for them to trust the process, for them to see something develop with this Seven of Pentacles. They know there's blockages that are still there within the external. Now, it may be that there's other family members or other people that are putting restrictions or blockages onto the relationship and creating the Mither. But at the moment, they don't feel like adding anything additional to your relationship that will hinder it in any way. It feels too precious to them. But for others of you as well, I'm hearing twin flame. While you both aren't together, if one of you is still with your other party, if you're still with your old party, Taurus, your twin flame, who you may not be with, they're concerned that they're mithered that you've come into a close bond now with the person that you're with, and they're trying to decide how they're going to move forward, because by God, they've been as patient as I don't know what with the Seven of Pentacles energy. They've been trying to block themselves from coming forward to you, because I feel they're still waiting for you to budge, because you is in that Eight of Pentacles energy, or they see you as that, as putting a plan out there of how you're going to move forward, and they're not taking the plan at the moment, a plan of action of how they're going to move forward with you, because you said that's what you was going to do. And they're also trying to do the right thing here. They don't want to be held responsible, if this is the case, for you leaving a connection or for you leaving something behind. They want you to do it off your own back. What's this Two of Wands? What's this decision, please, Spirit, of what their plan of action is moving forward? What's this decision? Six of Wands. But they want to move forward with the connection with you, and they know they have to make a decision of how they're going to get there. They want success with you. They want the happy ever after. They want that Queen of Pentacles energy. There's something they're now recognizing in you even more, and this is why I feel it wasn't that they didn't value you before, but because they've grown spiritually, there's more they're recognizing within the dynamic that they wasn't able to see before, because within you. And it wasn't because they wouldn't credit you with it, or you didn't have it but now you do. It's that they weren't at the level of awareness, but now that they've grown and developed spiritually, they can see more within this spiritual connection and what you're actually made up of, the divine feminine, where you have made presented to them before and said they was a divine masculine, and they may not have known what the hell that meant, because they wasn't as far down the spiritual path as what you are, but now they're getting it. They get it. My goodness, this is full on. Okay, what can you give me on this Two of Pentacles, please, Spirit? Of what the guidance is for Taurus moving forward. Spirit's told me to change deck, so there's likely duplicate cards that are going to come out again, and told you, Six of Wands. Queen of Cups, Queen of Chalices in this deck, and the Magician. This is about grounding yourself and keeping it in your awareness when you're grounded that the grass isn't always greener, but recognizing those downloads that are coming through as well. Because you're highly spiritual, or there's a highly psychic vibe that's coming here within your energy. This is just what I'm getting. It's about utilizing that, but making sure that when you are, it's coming from the right place. It's coming from a grounded, anchored place. And it'll take you to a place of success. You'll start getting the downloads through clearly. And what will be brought into your awareness is this Magician energy, that you've got everything that you need in that Magician energy. You are completely in your power. You've broke free now of the matrix way of thinking, the matrix way of living. You've heightened your spiritual awareness, your psychic ability. You've opened yourself up to the higher realms. But whatever it is, I feel you can feel an energy coming in. But it's not ready yet. And it may not be ready because if you're telepathically communicating with somebody, or they are with you, it'll be coming into your awareness. You'll be getting a download through, maybe even through dream work. that your party isn't at the same place yet. They're not ready to reach out. But when it all comes into balance, you and them, this is the universe moving you forward in this magician energy to come together to what can be seen as alchemize. The magician brings together energy, manipulates the energy. It's alchemy, brings it all together to produce something more abundant further down the line. And I feel this is what the universe is doing. It's syncing the both of you up together, but one of you is still slightly behind the other at the moment. So key here is about keeping yourself grounded. Keep focusing on you and moving forward, because while you're constantly looking out for your other party, looking over your shoulder, wondering where they're at, if they're going to reach out, that's creating resistance. It's about you going within, not externalizing your emotions. Just keep moving forward, remind yourself of where you're at, and trust in the process. That's what that magician energy is for me. This has been an absolute whopping reading. I am telling you, I've got Taurus in my chart somewhere. I think it might be Venus. My God. Well, I'm telling you, don't forget to like, share and subscribe. This has been an absolute whopper, and look forward to catching up with you in June. Over and out. Bye.